I recently shared a video in which I talk about the 6 longevity supplements I don't ever want to be without. Not only are those supplements backed by science, but I can actually feel a physical difference from taking them. If you missed that video, I will link it down below. But in today's video, we will talk about some longevity supplements you do not want to waste your hard-earned money on. And by the way, I talked about this in my last video. I recently had a treatment in this area, which I will of course share with you very soon. But it is taking longer to heal than I had anticipated. As you can see, I'm still quite red. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But without further ado, the first longevity supplement, which has become quite popular lately, but I would say do not waste your hard-earned money on, is NAD. Now, I know you're going to say, but Claudia, you talk about NAD non-stop. And yes, I do. NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, is a very important molecule found in every cell in our body. Not only is it essential for countless biological processes, such as energy production and DNA repair, but without it, we would basically be dead within a matter of seconds. Sadly, while NAD is very important, as we age, as with so many things, NAD declines rapidly. It is said that by age 50, we only have about 50% of the NAD levels we had when we were younger. So to want to replace this lost NAD by taking NAD supplements would be more than logical. Unfortunately, while quite a few companies are offering oral NAD supplements, the bioavailability of them is very poor. So do not waste your hard-earned money on oral NAD supplements. The molecule itself is too large and complex to be absorbed intact through the digestive system. So instead it is broken down into smaller components, primarily nicotinamide and nicotinamide riboside, which are then absorbed and used by the body to synthesize NAD. But what about liposomal NAD supplements, which quite a few companies are offering now as well? First off, if you're not familiar with a liposomal delivery system, liposomes are microscopic spheric vesicles composed of phospholipids, the same molecules that make up our cell membranes. So these structures form a protective bubble around ingredients. They envelope these ingredients in fat, which can help protect them from harsh environments such as stomach acid and can help improve absorption. Now, while there is some research on liposomal NAD, with studies showing that liposomal formulations may improve NAD's delivery and effectiveness in certain contexts, such as skin cells, the research is still in its early stages. And there is debate about the stability and efficacy of some commercially available liposomal NAD products. Now, while I am personally actually a huge fan of liposomal delivery for certain ingredients, and we will talk about one of those ingredients in just a moment, I would say currently, because of the lack of evidence that liposomal delivery indeed increases the bioavailability of NAD, and since liposomal delivery usually increases the cost of a product or supplement, do not waste your hard-earned money on liposomal NAD either. Now, what about sublingual NAD supplements? Again, despite the buzz around sublingual NAD supplements, scientific studies looking at the efficacy of sublingual NAD supplements are scarce. So for now, I would personally pass on sublingual NAD supplements as well. The only proven way to raise NAD levels through supplementation is to get NAD injections, which can be done via IV or subcutaneously, not very sustainable for many of us, or to simply take NAD precursors, such as NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, or NR, nicotinamide riboside. Research shows that NAD precursors, such as NMN or NR, consistently raise NAD levels in the blood. And since we are talking about NAD precursors, liposomal and sublingual NAD precursors have flooded the market as well. But again, I would say, do not waste your hard-earned money on these delivery forms. I do not think they are worth the added cost. Now, while a recent, very small study, really only consisting of 15 subjects, meaning each test group only consisted of 5 subjects, found a very small increase in NAD levels in the group consuming liposomal NMN over the group consuming just regular NMN. Most studies we currently have on NAD precursors are done using simple powder or capsules. If you think about it, in the animal studies, the animals weren't using sublingual or liposomal NAD precursors, and yet all studies we currently have on NAD precursors, again, show that they consistently raise NAD levels in the blood. Regular NMN and NR are effectively absorbed through the digestive tract. So, in my opinion, there is no need for a fancy delivery system which just increases the price of the supplement. The next longevity supplement I personally would not waste my hard-earned money on is oral glutathione. Now, first of all, if you're not familiar with glutathione, glutathione is the body's master antioxidant. It plays a crucial role in maintaining cellular health and protecting the body from oxidative stress. Again, unfortunately, as with so many things as we age, our body's production of glutathione declines with age. Lower glutathione levels can be associated with age-related health issues due to the body's reduced ability to fight oxidative stress. So again, supplementing with glutathione to counteract this age-related decline would make a lot of sense. But do not waste your hard-earned money on oral glutathione capsules or tablets. They have, just like oral NAD supplements, a very poor bioavailability. Oral glutathione is broken down by digestive enzymes in the GI tract before it even reaches the bloodstream. On top of that, our acidic stomach environment can cause further breakdown. All of that leading to very poor bioavailability. If you want to supplement with glutathione, this is where several studies show that liposomal delivery actually helps. Unlike regular oral glutathione, which again is being broken down by digestive enzymes and further destroyed by stomach acid, the liposomes protect the glutathione from being broken down, allowing it to be absorbed more effectively into the bloodstream. As I mentioned earlier, I am actually a big fan of liposomal delivery for certain ingredients. Glutathione is one of those ingredients. Now, if you don't want to take liposomal glutathione, you could get glutathione injections, which again for many of us is not very sustainable. Or you could make sure that your diet is rich in or take precursors to glutathione. Cysteine, a sulfur-containing amino acid, is essential for glutathione synthesis. Glycine and glutamate are 2 other amino acids needed for glutathione production. And lastly, N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, a derivative of cysteine, can be used as a glutathione precursor. Now, the last longevity supplement I personally would not waste my hard-earned money on is an all-in-one longevity supplement. If you're hearing some background noise, Bean is in my lap and she's getting a bit antsy. But all-in-one longevity supplements have become quite popular lately, and I can definitely see the appeal. It is a bit of a pain in the neck to take every single longevity supplement I want to take on a daily basis separately. It takes me about 10 minutes or so every morning. And for that reason, I have tried several different all-in-one longevity supplements, which at first glance did contain all the ingredients or longevity supplements I want to take on a daily basis, such as an NAD precursor, a senolytic compound, creatine, omega-3, and so on. But unfortunately, the amount of each ingredient is often so tiny that it really won't make an impact. And think about it. As I just mentioned, it takes me about 10 minutes or so every morning to take my handful of longevity supplements. How are all of these, at the right amount or dosage, going to fit into 1 or even 2 or 3 pills? Or even into some powder, which comes in a little package I pour into some water, stir up and drink. Personally, I have not found an all-in-one longevity supplement worth my money. So for now at least, I will be taking all my pills and powders separately to make sure I actually get an effective dosage of each of them. But if you have found an all-in-one longevity supplement you think is actually worthwhile taking, please let us know down below. I would also love to know what longevity supplements or supplements in general do you think are a waste of money, and which ones do you think are worthwhile taking? Please let us know down below. Any questions or comments, please share them down below. I always love to hear from you. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.